So then if you stay away from stereotypes and you consider yourself perhaps more middle of the road because you're objective, is that because your profession has mandated that you take an objective perspective, or is that a function of your upbringing?
Well, I think it's probably a combination of all of the above. Certainly, being a judge for a very long time, I was a judge for 34 years, which is a very long time to serve in judicial posts. You get the iron enters your soul and you have a certain contempt, as many citizens do, for the way politics is played and for the divisiveness of it and for the inability to concede that other people can have good ideas which you should embrace. So that I would say that I'll leave it to other people to classify, but I think that we can take good ideas from whatever source, and we should keep an open mind for that. And if the judicial life has led to that in me, well, that's been a good thing.
So you leave the classification to other people, but did you ever feel obliged to decide cases in the balance of social liberalism because people in the public perceive that as your role on the High Court?
If the question is, did I ever decide a case the result of which I didn't agree with? Often. That was my duty as a judge in a rule of law society. When I got to the High Court, the situation is slightly different on the High Court, because the High Court is not there to mechanically apply the old decisions of the court. It still has a function at the margins to redeclare the common law or to give a new interpretation to an Act of Parliament or to the Constitution. The best example of that is the Mabo case, because after 150 years of denying the Aboriginal people of Australia any rights in their traditional lands, the High Court in a moment declared that's over. We're not going to do that. That's racial discrimination. And I think most Australians today would acknowledge that that was a very good step that the court took, and it's significant that it was a step that the legislatures in one of the oldest democracies in the world, 150 years of self-government, had never taken. The High Court took it, judges. And that's part of our system. It's part of the genius of our system. So I think it's important to acknowledge that we all contribute, and that's the way progress is made in the law.